Polynomial fitting, nothing but polynomial regression, is used to model a nonlinear relationship between independent variables x and dependent variables y. Yes, you heard right. Today we are going to discuss about one of the supervised learning algorithm known as polynomial regression. As after the definition, in statistics, polynomial regression is a form of regression analysis in which the relationship between the independent variables x and the dependent variable y is modeled as an n-degree polynomial in x, where n refers to the degree of the polynomial equation. Polynomial regression fits a nonlinear relationship between values of the x and the corresponding y. As you may have a question that we have a linear regression, then what is the use case of this polynomial regression? The answer to this question comes from the definition of linear regression. As of to the definition of the linear regression is a supervised learning algorithm. It performs to predict the variable y based on the given independent variable x, so that this regression technique finds out a linear relationship between x and y. This fails in the case of more complex data distribution. For example, consider a data set like a Boston housing data set. If we plot a data distribution of Boston housing data set, it represented as above. And if we train our model to perform linear regression on above data points, then a merge fit line passes through very few points, which results in underfitting and bias. So linear regression fails. If we use polynomial regression for Boston housing data set, then the curve covers all the points, which may decrease our bias or underfitting. So we can use polynomial regression for more complex data distribution or data distribution which is not linear. Now let us look into the concept behind polynomial regression.
What is the theory behind polynomial regression? Before going to that, let us first recap why we need linear regression. In real world, we have dependent and independent variables, and they may have some kind of linear relationship between them. Okay, we will choose a line which will fit these samples nearly and also reduces the errors. Now let us come to our point, the need of polynomial regression. Okay, let us take example of death rate and time. In this situation, we can't fit a straight line because to the data points. Why? Because it is touching only one point, so we need to fit a best fit curve. Okay, when we try to fit a curve which fits all the points in the train data, then it may become overfitting. It may not be correct. That is, the errors may be increased. Let us take a graph between error and complexity. Now, if for train data, if the complexity increases, the error decreases. But for test data, up to some point, maybe the complexity increasing by increasing complexity, the error may be decreased. But mostly when complexity increases, the error for test data also increases. This is called overfitting. Now we try to minimize it. For that, we need some kind of polynomial equations. Let us say we have y is equal to m1x plus m2x square plus m3x cube plus 1 mn x power n. Here n is the hyperparameter, that is the power of x, and m1, m2, m3, the slopes are the model parameters. If we represent this in generic type, we will get y is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n mi xi plus c. Okay, then what what should be the degree, so we can fit the curve to the data points that should have less errors for both train data and test data. How to do it? Okay, first try to fit curve through all points. Also, you must reserve out some portion of training set at validation set and try to tune hyperparameter by evaluating the performance on test data. Okay, fine. The end result should be the model should well fit the training set, but it should perform on test. It should equally perform on test date. There you will get an idea to fit which kind of quadratic, which kind of equation, whether to fit a quadratic polynomial or cubic or fourth. Beyond that, actually the function will be distorted. Okay, that's why we use polynomial regression.
Now we see the practical approach of polynomial regression. Now let's see the practical approach of polynomial regression on Boston housing dataset. In this notebook, we do a comparison study of accuracies on linear regression and polynomial regression using Boston housing dataset. Description about the features we are dealing with. RM stands for average number of rooms per dwelling. LSTAT stands for percentage of lower status of the population. MEDV stands for median value of owner occupied homes in $1,000. Now we are importing required libraries. We are importing pandas. We know that it deals with data sets, and we are importing NumPy because it deals with multidimensional arrays and deals with higher mathematics. Now we are importing train test split so that we can divide our data set into training and testing. Now we are loading our Boston House dataset using pandas. We are printing the first 5 rows of our dataset so we can get a clear view of our data and what it is. Now with the help of isNull.sum, we are finding the missing values in columns. If there are any missing values, then we have to change our data such that there should be no noise. As it is 0, so we can proceed with our data. We are importing Matplotlib, which is used for data visualization. Now we are plotting a scatter plot between the future LSTAT and the label MEDV, and it results in a very complex distribution. So linear regression fails in this type of graph. Now we are plotting another scatter plot between the future RM and MEDV, and it results in this type of complex data distribution, and linear regression fails also in this case. Now we are preparing data for training. We are taking the futures RM and LSTAT as X and the label MEDV as Y. Now we are dividing our data into training and testing data sets such that the test size is 0.2 and a random state 0. So we are giving 80% of our data to training and 20% of our data to testing. Now we are printing shapes of train and test data sets. Now we are performing linear regression on the data. First we are importing linear regression, then we are importing R2 score, accuracy score, mean absolute error, and many more. Now we are preparing the model. Now we are training the model by fitting our training data set into the model. Here the model is model which is training in the form of linear regression. Now we are predicting the labels using our model. Now we are drawing a comparisonal data set between actual and predicted values, and the predicted value is from the model. Now we are printing the R2 score of our model. It is 0.4957, and R2 score is nothing but statistical measure of how close the data are to the fitted regression line, also known as coefficient of determination. The range of R2 score is from -1 to 1. As our R2 score is 0.5, so we may get a very weak or low model, so which is not proper for any machine learning algorithm. Now we are plotting a scatter plot between the y test and the predicted y pred, and it results in this. Now we are doing polynomial regression on the data. In this case, we use a degree 2 and we will test the accuracy. We import polynomial features class to generate higher order degrees so that we can perform polynomial regression. So from pre-processing, we should import polynomial features. Then we are taking a degree is equal to 2, that is our polynomial equation will have a degree of 2. Now we are transforming our features into polynomial features with a degree of 2. Now we are preparing the model, poly model. Now we are training our model named poly model using modified features, that is the polynomial features. Now we are predicting our modified features using our trained model, poly model. Now we draw a comparison data set between the actual and predicted values of the model, and this predicted value is nothing but the prediction of the model. Now we are printing R2 score, which is nothing but a statistical measure of how close the data to the regression line, and it is 0.717, which means our model is very strong, so we can use polynomial regression. A data frame with increasing degrees and its corresponding R2 score. Now we are checking our model performance with increasing degrees. As we increase our degree from 2, 3, 4, our R2 score increases as 0.717, 0.737, 0.754, which suggests that as the degree of the polynomial equation increases, then R2 score also increases, that the data points are correctly fitted to the regression line, which means it results in underfitting, which should not be done for a better accuracy of the model. So to neglect the underfitting, we take a polynomial equation of degree 3 or degree 2. So we might suggest a degree 2 or degree 3 equation for a polynomial regression. So from this we have gone through the practical approach of polynomial regression. So that's the end of our video.